Are you looking for a delicious fall-inspired bread? This crusty pumpkin bread is a really good recipe. Welcome back to our simple home. I clean the inner pumpkin and then I cut it into pieces. This way it's easier for me to peel the pumpkin. I need 400 grams of clean pumpkin. Once I peeled all the pumpkin, I cut it into chunks and cook them in water for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I check the pumpkin to make sure they are cooked through. Then I drain off the water and mix the pumpkin to a puree. I let it cool for a little bit so it's not too hot for the yeast. Then I add 50 grams of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Then I add 500 grams of all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I mix it well for about 5 minutes. If you have a Thermomix, I just use the dough button. The dough is really soft and nice. I like my bread to be an oval shape, so I shape the dough with my hands to an oval shape. I make sure that my dough bread loaf is not too high, so I press it a little bit down so it has more room to rise. You can play around with it and just create the shape you like. I sprinkle some flour on top. Make sure it's all covered with flour and doesn't stick to my kitchen towel. Then I cover it with a clean towel. I let it rest and rise for about 45 minutes to an hour. Once that is over, I check my shape if I like it. If not, I just tuck it a little in and do it the way I like it. Then I cut 3 lines in. The first knife didn't work very well, so I took another knife and cut in 3 lines. If you like, you can just do something different on top. I like to just cut 3 lines and keep it simple. Once I'm done, I cover the bread loaf again and let it rise a little longer or rest until the oven is preheated. I preheat the oven to 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the oven is preheated, I transfer my bread loaf into the oven and let it bake for about 30 to 40 minutes. After the time is over and I like the color of my bread, I pull out the bread and let it cool off completely. And this is how my bread loaf turned out. It looks pretty neat, I think. When I transferred the bread to my cutting board, I brushed off the flour a little bit and then I cut my bread to show you the bread from the inside. The crust is firm from the outside. You can feel it when you cut it, but the inside is soft. You can see it here. It's nice and fluffy and soft. I cut another slice off just to show you how it looks. It sure smells like fall, like pumpkin and pumpkin spice and that. And here's the slice. It is also very soft. If you enjoyed my content so far, please like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and share my videos with others. That means a lot to me. Thank you. So now comes the taste test. I love fresh bread, so I like it with a little butter. The bread is very soft and it tastes mild and actually like fall in a bread.